Happy morning once again, everyone. And yeah, just a minute. Let me spotlight myself first. Yeah. So I welcome each one of you today for today's session, which I have been waiting since a long time, but I did not gather the courage to go ahead with it because I am comparatively pretty new to the learnings which I have got from the Bhagavad Gita, but I'm so excited to share it with each one of you. I would just like to tell you that my introduction to this beautiful text came only during the COVID. Before that, yes, I did have the text in my house. It was gifted to my father by somebody, and it was lying there. And I always had the misconception that this is a scripture for the Hindu religion, and I don't have much to do with it because I belong to a Jat Sikh family. So that was the misconception I had. But during the COVID, I would say the Bhagavad Gita came to me um, from none other than Dr. Ranjan. He used to take sessions on PNC Gujarat, and accidentally I happened to attend a few of them. And hi, Menka ma'am. She was one of our, group member then, and we attended these sessions.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, she's going to be with me throughout these sessions, and wherever I will falter, because she's a genius in understanding this beautiful text, and wherever I'm going to falter, I'm going to take help from each one of you, because see, this is my smart way of trying to understand it even better. Because I read somewhere to understand anything, it is better to start teaching it, because when you do that, you learn more, you research more, and I have very cleverly invited a few of my friends who know, the understanding of the Bhagavad Gita much, much more than me. Jagdish sir is there. Then, S.K. Agarwal ji is there. He is the member of our management of our school. In fact, he's the chairman of the management committee. And he really wanted to attend. He wanted to know what am I
Thank you,
doing.
ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being there. You don't know how much it means to me, because I am trying to, take these teachings to the teachers also, so that we can add some value to our students also in the classroom. So that's going to be the chain. So where was I? Okay, I was just trying to tell you when this Bhagavad Gita came to me. This was during the COVID, and we all had nothing to do. So whatever was coming, we were just grasping it. And accidentally, I happened to attend one or two sessions, and I was glued after that. Then I did not know how it happened the entire year. It took us a year to understand each and every verse. Though first time 50% of it went over my head. मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था what is happening. I did not know the names except for Lord Krishna and Arjun. These few words we had learned earlier, heard earlier in our childhood. Beyond that, I did not know much. So then Dr. Ranjan very cleverly, he took me into the group. He said, you don't really need to remember any names. आपको कुछ history और वो सब जानने की जरूरत नहीं है. We are going to do it in a very different way. So basically, that's how I was brought into this group. And after that, because I was not very good at pronouncing Sanskrit words or even Hindi words for that matter at that point of time, I joined Learn Gita also, where the pronunciation and the matras and all were explained. So that was two times when I actually understood each verse, tried to go deeper into the meanings. And then I realized it was not a religious book at all. So that was the misconception I had all this time. ये Hindus की religion book है, so मेरा कोई इससे मतलब नहीं है. मैं अपना पाठ करती हूँ and I'm happy. But then when I realized it is not really a religious book, so I was wondering where was all this knowledge all this time, because it was just a way of living. That's it.
Yes.
So जैसे God ने एक बहुत अच्छी creation बनाई, after all the creations, he created man and he created the brain, which was given only to mankind. Now he gave us this beautiful machinery without a manual, without any manual, how to use it. You know, everybody is using it their own sweet way. So there was no manual, nothing. So imagine using a very complicated phone we buy, you go and buy I-16, 17, whatever, and then you just don't know what to do with it. So we all get manuals, when we buy a gadget, but this gadget came without a manual. So when you get a very complicated manual without uh, a complicated gadget without a manual, what do you do? Either you just experiment with it, and that experimentation maybe was what was done with the first generation who read this text, whosoever read this in the beginning must have just understood it their own way. So the experimentation was done by the first generation, maybe, who got this text. But after that, now what do we do when we need to find out something? We either Google it. Now ChatGPT is there. We go to Quora. We go anywhere to find answers. But here, our scriptures, all our knowledge from our Vedas is our manual by which we will learn how to manage our mind. Because I understood from this beautiful text that it is doing nothing but explaining the mind, the ways of the mind. See, it's full of words like the senses, the mind, how to control the mind. In fact, there's a complete chapter which is like a cookery book, it's like a cookbook. Put the pan first, then put water, then switch on the gas. So, chapter number 6 explains how meditation is to be done. It starts with even how you're supposed to sit, where you're supposed to sit, right? What is going to be your posture, whose nose you have to focus on. It clearly says your own nose. Otherwise, if it had written just nose, we could have been just wondering how we're supposed to see somebody else's nose or what. Very bad joke, but anyway, this is how it is given in the Bhagavad Gita, that you have to focus your attention on your own nostrils. So it's been explained step by step how meditation has to be done for anyone who does not know how to sit in meditation. People have changed yoga and meditation into God knows what. But if we go back to the scripture, it's very simple. You're supposed to be doing nothing, just sitting in Sukham Sthiram Asanam, as Patanjali says, and then focus on your own breath. So that's all what's given in that chapter, but it's actually the only chapter which is giving practical way of meditation. We are going to do that chapter in depth. So I feel this is, let me just share a little presentation once again, which I have created to explain the architecture, as I call it. Architecture means the design, um, of the Bhagavad Gita. So whatever we try to understand, Jagdish sir, should we go for meditation first or should we take this? I can't hear you. Yeah.
We take this.
We take this first and then go into
Yeah,
Yeah,
meditation?
then go for
we
meditation.
take this because otherwise you'll miss the thread.
Okay.
You're on the
Okay.
thread. So let's continue thread,
Okay.
and then you go to meditation.
Okay, I was so excited. I forgot about when I came to the 6th chapter, I realized that we were to do the meditation first. Anyway, we'll follow close up with the meditation then. So now what we are trying to do is we are going to fish out certain verses from these 700 verses, which are giving solution to our today's problems too. After the COVID, we have been hit by another epidemic, which has always been there, but now it is, I mean, we all have come, face to face with problems like depression or maybe stress or maybe health issues also have increased a lot after the COVID. So people are reeling under the same problems which Arjun was also facing 5,000 years back when he was standing on the, just imagine you're standing on a battlefield, there's a whole huge army in front of you. And then when you look at them, you realize that they are your own family members. So you do not have the courage to pick up your arms and fight with them. That's the time when he put down his bow and arrow and he looked at Lord Krishna, who was his charioteer, and he tells him that I cannot do this. I can't do this. He was perspiring, usko pasina aa raha hai, usko chakkar aa rahe hai, he's trembling. ये सब क्या है? Aren't these the signs of the same nervous breakdowns which we face from day-to-day lives? बच्चों को एग्जाम से पहले स्टमक अपसेट होने लग जाता है, दे स्टार्ट ट्रेम्बलिंग, एग्जाम देना है. सो दैट इज देयर कुरुक्षेत्र. हम लोग एवरी सिंगल डे वी हैव टू गो टू वर्क, वी आर गेटिंग लेट. कुछ भी है, काम में क्या करना है, so many little problems coming up every now and then. Financial crisis, breakups, people are splitting nowadays so easily. Aren't these the Kurukshetra? People have, the question which comes to do or not to do. Ye kare na kare, aisa kare, aisa kare. That's exactly what Arjun was doing. So the situation is the same. Jo 5,000 years back thi, wahi aaj hai. So I'm sure we will get answers from what Lord Krishna told him. He sung a song of 700 verses, which is called the Bhagwad Gita. And from those verses only, the solution was given to Arjun. Became clear about everything. And in the end, he says, now I know what I have to do. Lord Krishna never ordered him that you get up and fight. He just said, I've told you what to do. It's totally up to you now. This is what our therapists are doing now. When we go to a therapy, they are telling us, they're just talking to us. So that's what he was doing. He was just telling him, and he got his answers. So it was a tough battle for me also to fish out a few selected verses which can be brought to children, to teachers, to my friends, my family members, which still give us the same solutions. So the more I went deeper into it, more number of verses kept coming up, kept coming up, kept coming up. So I really don't know how long this series is going to be. It's going to be never ending because every verse has some teaching which it can offer to us in our today's life, right? So from the battle on the field to the battles within which we are facing, right? As little child also, now the annual exams are approaching. The battles they are feeling is how they're going to, give this exam, especially with the schools opening and closing every second day due to pollution in Delhi. I really don't know what these children are going through. So these are another kind of battle they are facing. So we are going to learn, when I say management, Jagdish, he's a professor at the IIM. So they are very well versed with what is being taught in IIMs, in our IITs, everywhere. Children are doing MBA. Okay. So when they say MBA, so please pardon me for connecting this. We are asking them to increase their mano, buddhi, and ahankar, right? MBA. This is how I put it. तो हम उस चीज को बढ़ाते हैं उनके, एंड देन आफ्टर दे हैव रीच्ड 50 years, then they realize that where are they heading actually. So I think we need to even add the chitta to it. We have to teach them to be aware of their own consciousness and not just go on increasing their manobuddhi ahankar. So that is what is really happening everywhere. So now we have to, as we say, the first 40 years we increase our manobuddhi ahankar, and then in the next 40 years we are trying to see what have we done with ourselves, and we are trying to rewire our brains. So that's how I connect that. So we first of all talk about the health. The definition of good health, which is given in even in a Samhita, is that samadosha, sama agni, sama dhatu, malakriya. So that means what is good health? Balanced doshas, the balanced fire in us, our tissues, the body, then atma, indriya, mana. Means basically not only the physical thing is what is going to define your health. So the senses, the mind, the soul, that is going to define how peaceful and blissful state you are in. So doesn't this have some relation with the definition with the WHO also gives? Earlier, it used to say that health is only and only the physical body, okay, our organs and system. But now, eventually, I think in the 80s, they introduced the mind also. So we have to take care of this beautiful gadget of ours, our mind, to be healthy. So I connect the definition given in our Charaka to the definition given in the WHO. Health is a state of complete physical, mental. Just a second, please. and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And lately, even the spiritual health has been included in the definition of the WHO. So mental health is an integral part of this definition. So the Bhagavad Gita offers us beautiful lessons which help us to take care of our mental health. That is why it is so, so important today. Okay. So these are just some of the problems which I have tried to give, which due to stress we are facing in our body. So in our body, it's just 1/4 of it. Due to the stress, the problems which are coming into our body is a few of them, right? I say hypertension or diabetes. All this is the result of stress. But look at the other 75%, it is all to do with our mind, indecisions, negativity, irritability, depression, alienation. This is how we began, that we are not alone. We feel we are alone. We feel lonely. We feel anxiety. We are generally at the loss of purpose in our life. We don't know what to do. That's because half the time we think we are all alone. So the stress, and when from the stress, we see, remember the pyramid we did once? From our psychological conditions, our mental state, as well as our physical state and our thoughts, our depressive thoughts and stress and anxiety, we get problems in our body. So that's a different topic in itself. We have done it a number of times. We will do it later when some of those verses come up, where we will understand the physical problems which we are facing due to stress in our body. So these are the kind of problems we can divide our problems into: financial, losing a loved one, or some relationship issues, or some health problems, job stress, life changes, trauma. So today's problems of children or of the adults or anyone for that matter, irrespective of the gender, falls into any one of these. So here again, you will see that physical problems of our body is a very less percentage. The other problems are there to deal with the mind. So when we do not take care of our mind, we are going to land up into any one of these problems. Okay. So mind is basically the gadget or the which we have got without a manual. So we are now going to use the Bhagavad Gita as a manual to manage our mind, to understand the mind, the problems of the mind, which are much more than our physical problems. And the crux of all the problems basically begins with this I-ness. I-ness. So the solution which we are looking for is actually already here. Remember the chant we started with? We are also complete. So when we are complete, then why are we facing these problems? We have come from the completeness and we are complete. The problem is we do not see our essence. That means the happiness, the peace, which is already inside us. We are not able to see it because we cover it with something. The basically, I do not want to use very cliche spiritual language, but yes, the I-ness. I am just be. I am a teacher. I've been a principal. I'm this, I'm that. We start using that I. I belong to a Jatsik family. Okay. I belong to India. I'm an Indian. Then this I dot 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 can be endless. I am happy. I am sad. This is again your ego. I am depressed. I have this problem. So wherever this I comes, I am spiritual is another ego, right? I am very religious is another ego. So whenever we are attaching I, the problem comes in, and that's how we are covering our inner light, our inner sense, layer after layer after layer, starting from our name. That's the first thing we are told. When a child is born, the child is always in the present moment. नींद आती है छोटे बच्चे को, 1 second he is jumping, the other second he sleeps. He does not have that transition time to think of his problems, what happened yesterday, what is going to happen tomorrow. He does not think. Immediately he goes off to sleep because he has still not been covered by these layers of I-ness. It is we that when we sleep, we have so many, we're thinking so much. Kal ye hua tha, aaj school mein ye hua tha, aaj kaam mein ye hua tha, aaj ghar mein ye hua tha, with so and so, with your partner, with your children, with whatever. We are thinking all that. And then we are thinking about tomorrow. What is going to happen tomorrow? What is going to happen tomorrow? So we are thinking about all that. But a child does not, because child ego has not developed yet. He is still in his own pure essence. The Bible says, na, to enter the kingdom of God, we have to be like a child. So now our whole journey, first 40 years, 50 years, we go away from being a child. And then we are trying to again now come back and be like a child. Because हमको ये layers उतारना ही पड़ेगा to see that we are also complete. Okay? So this is what happens. I am this. This is what I was talking about. I am sick. I am well. I am a doctor. Anything, wherever I comes in, even your feelings. I am angry. I am sad. I am happy. All ego. So that is what we are trying to do. The mind is only a bundle of thoughts. The thoughts arise because there is a thinker. The thinker is the ego. The ego, if sought, will vanish automatically, right? So our meditation helps us to remove these layers one by one. Here, Albert Einstein. See, all these scientists, great scientists, they used to keep the Bhagwad Gita also with them whenever they were trying to, decipher some formulas or anything. Why? Because they realized that whatever science we have now, it has, you know, the root, everything can be traced back to our scriptures. So they could see this, right? As above, so below. So the mysteries of the universe, which they were trying to decipher here on the planet Earth, they could find the basic roots in any one of our Vedas or our Upanishads, right? So what is Bhagavad Gita? It is the essence of all the our Vedas, I would say. It's like a bouquet, 700 flowers has been plucked from those scriptures and brought together in a bouquet, which is the Bhagavad Gita. So if you understand the Bhagavad Gita, you have actually understood most of the teachers, teachings from our previous text scriptures also. So we feel discontent. That is why we are incomplete, right? And the Gita says that it is the desire. Now, when I say desire, does not mean when we are living on the I also have a desire of eating good food, of visiting good places. So is that wrong? No, completely no. When I say desire, we have to understand a desire which is harming anyone in the course of completing it. That has to be given up. Any desire which you have, which is going to be of some help to others or not harming at least anybody, is still okay. But we generally we want to desire, we want to be right on top, but we want to harm people on the way. So those kind of desires is what they are talking about. This was the MBA I was talking about, a mano buddhi ahankar, which we need to regulate a little, because this is what is actually causing the problem. If they are not given the teachings from our scriptures along with what they are studying or their occupations, they are going to go haywire, and eventually after another, by the time they reach 40, 50, they will be needing therapy. So this is what is really happening. So the Bhagavad Gita is giving the power of mind management, as we have now understood. This I think we will take later when we do some verse, but here I'll very briefly just try and explain this. This is from our Katha Upanishads, that the chariot and the horses can be compared with our senses, our mind, our buddhi, and the consciousness. That means the person who is sitting in the chariot is our consciousness or our Atma, right? Now, the senses, our five senses, which are helping us to see the world and understand, can be compared to these five horses. Now, these five horses are just left unleashed, they will go haywire, and the chariot will also go for a toss. So now what has to control this? The reins. That is our mind. So now the mind could be your master, or it could be your servant. It could be your friend. It could be your foe. There's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita which will explain this further. So it's up to us how we use it. So if we use the mind as the master, this is a master game going on, right? Why? Because for that we need the buddhi, right? We need the charioteer who is going to hold the reins. So when somebody is controlling the mind, okay, when our buddhi is controlling the mind, then you're on the right path. But most of the time, it is the other way around. And that is how we mess up everything in our life. Now, very briefly, another 10 minutes, I'm going to just explain. So, as we said, this is the song or the solution given by Lord Krishna. Solution means he just showed him the path. He was supposed to again eventually decide on his own whether he's going to fight or not. Now, as I said, the major problem is we are generally feeling inadequate or incomplete. That is our fundamental human problem. Now, we are setting goals. Now, the problem is we are focusing on the goal first and we miss the journey. When you focus on the goal, what happens? All your energy is focused on the goal, which is causing you anxiety. That is why this one, I think Dayanand, he said that we are scared of the distance zero. When we set a goal, we are scared of the distance zero. That means once we reach the goal, we again want another goal because see, you've bought a car, you have maybe a Mercedes you have. Now you have a Mercedes, but now you want to buy a Porsche. वो खुशी Mercedes की मुश्किल से 1 month रहेगी, and then again you set another goal. Once you've got that, then you want a Ferrari. I mean, you are going on uh, going away from that happiness because you're going on, you're not even enjoying once you have reached that goal. Then you want another one. So that is our fundamental problem. And what are we really, and what are the basic goals? All our goals can be divided into these three headings: happiness, peace, and security. Now, when we divide it into these, all I want to say is that this HPS is already in us. It is no, we don't have to get it from anywhere else. It is inside us, but we are not able to see it because, as we have done, we have covered our intelligence, our consciousness with a lot of clouds, right? It's like the sun. The sun is already inside us, but we have covered it with clouds. So we are not able to see that happiness, peace, and security inside us. So this Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. I'm just trying to understand the skeletal of the book. 18 chapters divided into 6 units, clusters of 6 chapters each. So the first 6 chapter offers solution to remove these clouds. The Karam Yoga, the first 6 chapters talk about removing this dirt from the water. Now, what is the dirt? As I said, the layers, the masks, the ego masks, which come out from desires, anger, greed, delusion, arrogance, and jealousy. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsarya. So these Ashtavagras, the 6 um, covers which we have to be removed. Now, how do you remove it? It is the karma yoga, which can be compared to a tool, to a shotgun or something, which is going to remove all these impurities. And then after the impurities are removed, we see that the water is free from impurity, but it is still very, very turbulent, very turbulent. The thoughts in our mind, they're always racing. Even if we do not have any ego, we don't have any jealousy, but still we are restless. So that restlessness can be removed by the next 6 chapters, which is the Upasana Yoga, or where I was talking about procedure of our meditation, etc. Now, the reason for this restlessness is basically attachment, because we get attached to even the outcome of our work. We get attached with whatever is with us. So, we have to develop the love within ourselves and remove the attachment. Now, what is the difference between attachment and love? I've tried to give it in this chart. Means attachment is when you pluck a flower from a plant because you really like flowers. That's attachment. But when you water that plant and nurture the plant, and let it grow there, that is love. So, the best example for unconditional love, people who have pets can understand what I'm saying. You shout at your pet, you shout at your dog, you scream at him, you do whatever. But the minute he sees you coming in from outside or anything, he gives you the same love which he had. He does not carry any grudges in his head. So that is the kind of unconditional love we have to develop within ourselves. So, how do we remove this turbulence? Again, I said the Upasana Yoga. So, the next 6 chapters is telling us how to be still. It's as I said, it's like a cookery book. Sit straight, look in front, where to sit, where the asana has to be, what is your posture going to be, where are you going to focus, what will you eat, what not to eat, what kind of work to do, what kind of work not to do. So all this do's and don'ts is given in this. It's a very, very practical chapter. I really love it because it helps you to um, learn the procedures and the whole step by step procedure of meditation. So now your water is still, but still. Now, in a still water, clear lake, you can see the reflections easily. Now, sometimes there is so much of clarity that even the image is exactly identical of the object. So you do not know what is the real object and what is its reflection. Okay. Now, for this, the last 6 chapters removes this ignorance from our mind. That is the Jnana Yoga. So the last 6 chapters is full of knowledge, the three gunas, how our life is being, controlled by these gunas, and how, like it's a very, very detailed description of what virtues you should have, what vices you're supposed to live, what kind of life you're supposed to live. So all that comes there. And here, my own knowledge is, my own understanding that we need all the chapters. So I don't agree with some people who say that rasta to alag alag hai, but destination to same hi hai. You could be doing bhakti, you could be doing meditation, or you could be doing karma. So any one of these three will lead you exactly to the same point. My argument here is we need each one of them depending on the different situations of our life. So I don't really think we can separate them and say that I will do just this. It's not like a course that you do only karma yoga or you do only jnana yoga or you go into meditation and just sit under a tree for the rest of your life and you say that I will reach security, peace, and happiness. I feel it is and not or, you know. Okay, so we've talked enough on this. So as I said, 1 to 6, 7 to 12, and 13 to 18, these are the 3 clusters, which will eventually bring us to that problem which we started with, that we are incomplete. So we already are what we aim to be. We already have the security, peace, and happiness inside us, but we are unable to see it because of all these confusions. So, what we are going to now, let me just stop this. Okay. Yeah. So, this was an overview of the entire text, which we are going to now try and understand the few selected verses, how they are going to help us to achieve the security, peace, and happiness inside us. So I stop my understanding here, how we are going to go about in these sessions. So I invite anyone to add uh, what are you looking for from this beautiful text. Jagdish, I would like to hear from you.
Can we go to the meditation first now?
Okay, we'll
And
do
then we'll
that
talk
first.
about, yeah.
Menka
Sure.
ma'am, you'll be there in the meditation, or you have to leave? You had to go, I think you said.
Well, then she can say something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yes, now today I am here.
okay. You are here. ठीक
Yeah.
है. So we go for meditation first. जितना भी हमने आज सुना है, I request all of you to stay on for the meditation, even the ones who do not, who have not been in meditation with us. The meditation we do is very simple, as given in the Bhagavad Gita and as explained by Lord Buddha. It is anapanasati, that is sitting in any comfortable position. ओके कोई आपको अपने आप को तंग करने की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई पर्टिकुलर आसन में बैठने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू कैन सिट इन अ वेरी कंफर्टेबल प्लेस, and all we're going to do is focus on our breath. Breath is something really, really important. You know, our body is actually lifeless. Body is like the chariot, you know, it is lifeless. वो तो living नहीं है. तो living, ये मेरे हाथ पैर क्यों हिल रहे हैं? Because the prana is flowing inside me. Now that is what is going to help us to discover the 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 happiness which is already inside our heart. So we will just imagine that happiness and peace as a tiny sun, very small sun embedded deep in our heart, and it is connected, directly connected to the super higher consciousness, that bigger sun. And we have come from that sun. We have not become any smaller. That is the chant which we did today in the beginning. So we are not smaller than that bigger sun. That little sun is in your heart, and we are going to try and find ways to reach it. So I request all of you to settle down in a place जहाँ आप disturb नहीं होंगे for the next 30 minutes. I don't want you to be disturbed at all. We are going to reach the center of our heart with our meditation. So sit up straight. We will clasp our hands while I play some music. Please clasp your hands. Feet crossed. Specs removed. And eyes closed. And now we will bring all our attention on the tip of our nostril. The meditation we are doing was given to us by Lord Buddha, called Anapanasati. Ana means breath coming in. Apana means breath leaving our body. And Sati means to be with. My dear friends, Buddha discovered that when you are with your incoming and outgoing breath, you cannot be with your thoughts. On an average, we get 40 to 50,000 thoughts in a day, mostly of the past or worries of the future. But when you focus on your breath, these thoughts fly away like clouds in the sky. They slowly drift away, and eventually you enter a no-mind state. It is at that moment when you draw in a lot of cosmic energy, which will heal you at all levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It is at that moment you will see a glimpse of the happiness and peace which was always inside you. So this is a training for all of you to move beyond your conscious mind. Go past your analytic mind and reach your subconscious mind. Let your whole body relax from head to toe. And take your awareness from the world around you to the world inside you. At this moment, nothing else exists, just your breath. Your normal, natural, tranquil, simple breathing. This relaxation is sweeping your entire body. So now, my dear friends, let us drop these layers one by one. Your identity, your ego, your analytic mind. Drop it all and become pure consciousness. Your mind will still keep going to thoughts. That's very normal and natural. All you have to do is keep bringing your awareness back to the tip of your nostril, even if you have to do it a zillion times. Just be with your incoming and outgoing breath and feel your body sink into this generous present moment. Each and every breath is completely and very keenly observed. As a gatekeeper frisks you, check each breath. Is it deep? Is it shallow? And with every breath, feel going deeper and deeper within. Drift deeper. And even deeper still. This moment is a sacred moment. Your joining the session was not by chance, but by the invisible intelligence that lives within you, that calls you, guides you, and now is preparing you to rise, to expand, to elevate your energy beyond the limits of your old self, beyond the known, beyond the noise, into the quantum field of infinite possibility. So let the world around you fade away. Feel your awareness drawing inward, away from distractions, away from the thinking mind. Feel your in-breath awaken your body, expand your chest, flood your cells with life. And as you exhale, releasing the air, and along with it goes all that is not needed. Tension, resistance, thoughts. You're becoming more attuned in releasing what no longer serves you, what no longer resonates with you, what no longer belongs in the frequency you are stepping into. Following your breath, as the cosmic energy enters you and flows down your body. Feel your connection to the source from the top of your head conscious of the place you're sitting on, and feel roots growing into the earth, grounding you, giving you stability and strength. Become aware of the space around your body, the subtle energy, the field that surrounds you. It is extending beyond you, connecting you to everything. Begin to feel your body not as something solid and separate, but as an energy, a vibration, a frequency. Feel your awareness begin to expand beyond your skin, into the space above you, around you, and beneath you. Beyond the limits of your form, beyond the identity of your past, you are entering the quantum field, the invisible realm where all potentials exist. And here in this space, we raise our frequency. Begin to breathe as each breath tunes you, lifts you into a new vibration. And now breathe in light, clarity, and breathe out anything heavy, outdated, contracted. You are not breathing to survive. You are breathing to awake, to awaken, to remember, to reconnect to the field of the creation. The field that responds not to your efforts, but to your energy. So now bring your awareness to your heart, the center of your being, the gateway to elevated emotions. Feel your heart beating. It is beating like a sacred drum, calling you back to your true self. As you inhale, breathe into the space of your heart. Expand it, open it. Feel it begin to glow gently, warmly, lovingly. And now exhale and allow that light to grow. Begin to generate the feeling of gratitude, not as a reaction, but as a choice, a signal, a frequency. Feel grateful for being alive, for being aware, for being here now in this powerful moment of expansion. Let that feeling intensify. Deepen as if every cell in your body is lighting up with gratitude, radiating coherence, signaling the field that you are ready, that you are in alignment, that you are becoming a vibrational match for your future. Let this gratitude evolve into love now. Feel it rising, expanding like waves of warmth flowing from your heart into your chest, into your arms, into your hands, into your legs, into your feet, into your brain, into your field, into your energy field. Feel that love become a magnet, drawing you the people, the opportunities, the synchronicities that match your elevated state. You are not waiting for life to give you a reason to feel love. You are becoming love now, ahead of the evidence. As you're breathing with your heart, every in breath is going straight to the core of your heart, to the little sun which is embedded deep inside the heart. With every in-breath, it lights up. And with every breath going out, it expands a little more, radiating this light to your whole body, penetrating your body and going out, spreading the light to everything around. The light from the source is falling on your heart, expelling the darkness. And now you can reflect your light, not only to yourself, but to everything and everyone around you. You have become love. You have become light, a beacon of light and love. And as you do, your frequency rises with every breath. You tune into the energy of your own future, not the predictable future of your past, but the unknown, the miraculous, the divine intelligence that arranges reality in response to your vibration. And now, my dear friends, let us begin to visualize a higher version of you, not just mentally, but energetically. Feel the version of you who is already free, already abundant, already aligned, already expanded. See this version of you standing before you, glowing, confident, peaceful, radiant. Feel the frequency they carry, the energy they radiate, the clarity in their eyes, the calmness in their presence. And now step into them. Merge with them. Allow yourself to become that version. Beautiful. You have merged with the new you. You are no longer rehearsing the old self. You are rehearsing the new. Feel what it's like to walk through life with this frequency. See how you speak, how you think, how you move, how you respond to life. You are no longer chasing anything. You have become a magnet. You are attracting everything through coherence, through your field. You have become a beacon of light. And now slowly, take your awareness to the top of your head and imagine a beam of golden light. Entering through your crown, flowing down into your brain, into your spine, into your heart, into every organ, every cell, every atom. This light is intelligence, frequency, divine awareness. It is charging you, clearing you, recalibrating you to the truth of who you are. Pure energy, pure potential, pure creation. Feel it dissolve the stories, the doubts, the fears, the unworthiness, the limitations, and in its place feel spaciousness, expansion, presence. Your frequency has risen, not because you're trying harder, because you are letting it go. You are surrendering to the powers within you, the energy that creates the worlds, and it is flowing through you now with each breath. Feel yourself becoming lighter, clearer, more radiant, more magnetic. Feel your heart expanding beyond your body, your field stretching wider, touching the field around you, communicating with life. And now, my dear friends, as we approach the end of our meditation, we will repeat a few affirmations which are not wishes, but as truths, as declarations of who you are becoming. You may speak out loud or say it silently to yourself. I am energy. I am a vibration. I am aligned with the frequency of my highest self. I raise my frequency now and reality rearranges around me. I am love. I am gratitude. I am expansion. The universe responds to my elevated state. I no longer live from memory. I live from possibility. I no longer react. I create my own future where I'm no longer trying to control. I allow. I trust. I receive. And now just breathe that in. Anchor it. Feel it lock into your field, your nervous system, your subconscious. Feel it becoming your new baseline. You're no longer tuning into the past. You are broadcasting a new signal, and the field is listening. Everything is energy, my dear friends, and you are becoming coherent, clear, powerful, radiant. Stay in this frequency just a little longer. Bathe in it. Dive in it. Drown in it. Let it soak into your being. Let it imprint into your subconscious mind, the place where true change lives. Enjoy. And now, my dear friends, very slowly, we will become aware of our own surrounding, the roof, the floor, the walls, as we come back to the here and now. Do not open your eyes yet. We will end our meditation with this beautiful song, offering our gratefulness to the universe.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful.
Bring your awareness back to your body.
I'm so
Feel your
grateful.
hands, your feet,
I'm so grateful.
the space you're in, but hold
I'm
on to
so
the frequency.
grateful.
Hold on to the
Gratitude
elevated
before
state.
me,
You are not
gratitude
returning to who you
behind
were.
me, gratitude
You are
to the
returning
left
to
of
someone
me,
new,
gratitude
someone
to the
more
right of
aligned,
me,
someone vibrating
gratitude
higher,
above me, gratitude
someone who
below
now
me,
lives from the inside out.
gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful.
As you open your eyes today,
I'm so
carry this
grateful.
energy with you into your actions, your
I'm so
choices, your thoughts, your words.
I'm so
Let it ripple
grateful.
through your life. Let it lead you to
I'm
the
so
synchronicities that
grateful.
await.
I'm
You
so
are a
grateful.
creator. You are a
I'm so
field of
grateful.
energy. You are the frequency of
I'm so
expansion.
grateful.
And now it is
Gratitude
done.
before
It is
me,
remembered.
gratitude
It is
behind
activated.
me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me,
And now, as I welcome each one of you to the here and now,
gratitude below me,
I welcome you to the new vibrations which you have created for yourself.
around me.
You may rub your palms, place them on your beautiful eyes,
I'm so grateful.
caress your face as you caress a newborn baby. And my dear friends, you may open your eyes.
I'm so grateful.
People who want to continue listening to this gratefulness song, you can do that for a few more seconds.
I'm so grateful. So grateful. So very grateful. I'm grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me. gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. Grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Grateful.
So now I welcome all my friends who have been with me on this journey. Vishali was also there. Vishali, are you still there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Okay, just a minute. Is your camera on? Vishali, is your camera on?
Yes, yes.
Okay, 1 minute. I'm not able to place. Okay, there you are. 1 minute. There you are. Hi, Vishali. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. सभी को नमस्कार. सभी,
Namaste. She's
yeah,
going to be
मेनका
the
जी,
heartbeat to these sessions with her beautiful melodious voice.
yeah.
So, yeah, Indu
Thank
ma'am,
you so much.
welcome.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, please, the pleasure is all mine. So, I don't know whether I am even capable of, handling the mission which I have taken on of bringing the beautiful lessons from this beautiful scripture, Bhagwad Gita, for my friends, teachers, children, parents, everybody. So, but first I thought we will be just doing, say, 18 chapters, 18 verses we'll do. We'll pick up one good one. But once I started working on it, that's why it went on, getting postponed also because I was not able to put a full stop. Where to stop? कितने verses लेने हैं? क्या करना है? It's just never ending. होता चला जा रहा है, होता चला जा रहा है. So let's see how it goes. We are just going to, we say na, we enjoy the journey more than the destination. So I'm not focusing on the goal at all. It is the journey which we are going to enjoy. And कहते हैं जो जर्नी में ही फोकस रहते हैं वो ज्यादा रिजल्ट्स उनको मिलते हैं रादर देन जो सारा स्ट्रेस अपना गोल पे ले जाते हैं कि ये ना हमें ये करना है लाइक दैट. So Jagdish sir, you were deep into meditation today. I could see that. So Jagdish sir has been a strong companion, guide, and he has been helping me, giving me the impetus to continue with these sessions, which I humbly try to do. Yes, sir. I wanted to express my gratitude to you for being with me every week, giving me so much of energy and strength. So thank you, Sangeeta. Yes, sir. I would. Yeah. What is your take for today's session and the thing I've taken on? Am I even competent enough? I really don't know, but I have all of you with me, so I think we'll manage something. Yes, sir.
You know, brought up in a strictly Western education, British schools, my introduction to philosophy was purely Western philosophy. Beginning Will Durant's story of it, then went on and on. Only Bhagavad Gita was my first introduction to Indian philosophy. And I loved it so much. And as a lonely person who travel around far away from homeland, you need something to stick to and listen to. And Bhagavad Gita was always the book I always carried with me.
Oh, wonderful.
Radha Krishnan's book, that was the English one that I knew those days. Of course, now I got about 8 books of Bhagavad Gita around me. So any time I felt like, and you see, you start thinking about homeland, you think of what's going to happen, etc. I just open the book, and there you have exactly what you're looking for. And another interesting thing I want to just, I don't want to say anything more. See, you talked about why inspiration comes from anywhere. I told you Western philosophy before English literature. I'm very fond of English literature, particularly mystic poets and things like that. You started with the Shanti Pata of the Isha Upanishad, right? That is complete, and this is complete. The completeness of this comes from the completeness of that. Take out completeness always remains there.
Yes, sir.
Do you know, as exactly similar advice is there in Hamlet?
Okay.
Polonius gives an advice to his son goes away to study. It's a very nice uh, total verse where Polonius advises. It's still very good as inspiration for any youngsters who goes away to hostel. Polonius advises. That's the very he says neither be a lender, a borrower be, and all this is very popular. And you know what he says there? He says, "Be like the river. The world is like the river. You take the water out of it, that water still remains,
Yes.
and it's still part of the big ocean." Exactly what you're saying here.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's amazing how brilliant minds think like that. It is nowhere like the Bhagavad Gita, but the point of the fact is, and this is something we, is striking at such an earlier when to, and then you come over here and look at the Upanishad, and there it is, when
Yes.
more powerful. That's all I want to say. Thank you. And I'm sure I'm going to be here and enjoy this journey.
No, no. So we are not going to judge anybody here. I may be explaining, but that's my, how I've understood maybe, as Sir said, like everything is, you read Mind to Matter, you see so many things over there, which are exactly there in the Bhagavad Gita too. You read any books. So it's not that we are doing anything alag se. It's just that we are just trying to bring the knowledge which is already there with us, which has gone to the whole world. I think this is the, after Autobiography of a Yogi, I think this is the second book from our part of the world, which has so much of popularity all over. And people from every stream has been going to it for guidance, for direction. So why not us and why not our own children? So when I thought of this, that we'll try and bring out, so Menka ma'am asked me, kaun se verse se start karenge? So we thought second chapter, the way we had studied. So I thought that it is time now. कहते हैं ना, छोटी क्लास से फिर दूसरी क्लास में जाते हैं, तो अब हमें उसमें से वी हैव टू टेक आउट व्हाट इज रियली फॉर अस, क्योंकि हम सबके लिए कुछ ना कुछ है ना. तो डिफरेंट पाथ्स जरूर है, बट देर इज समथिंग फॉर एवरीबडी. एंड एज आई सेड इन द बिगिनिंग, इट इज एंड नॉट और. ये करेंगे या ये करेंगे, हमको सब में से कुछ कुछ स्मार्टली लेना है. इट इज, मैंने इसको कंपेयर किया विद द इंस्ट्रक्शन मैनुअल ऑल्सो. एक ये हमारा जो गैजेट है, जो माइंड है. सो भगवद गीता टॉक्स अ लॉट अबाउट माइंड. सो अब थोड़े से न्यूरो साइंस के कॉन्सेप्ट्स भी हमने पढ़े हैं, डॉसन चर्च से वो सब पढ़े हैं जब, तो व्हाई नॉट try and understand the mind also, how it has been explained in the Bhagavad Gita. That is what my aim is, to understand more and relate it more to neuroscience also. हमारा कैसे प्री फ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स जो है हमारी लिम्बिक ब्रेन से जब डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है, वही तो हुआ ना अर्जुन को. इमोशंस और फीलिंग्स में चला गया, उसका प्री फ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स बिल्कुल डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया, एंड ही सेड आई एम इन डिप्रेशन, नाउ आई कांट डू दिस. और ये तो सबके साथ ही हो रहा है, छोटे छोटे बच्चों के साथ हो रहा है आजकल. छोटे छोटे बच्चे, we have seen in the past few months, very sad, little children have, they have ended their lives just because of stress. तो वही तो चीज सबके साथ हो रही है. So why not find out go to the source, कहते हैं go to the source. ये सारी जो सर ने भी बताया, पोइट्री में भी वही है, सब लिटरेचर, सब लोगों ने उसमें से ही निकाल के उसको अपने तरीके से प्रेजेंट किया है. So वही हम करने वाले हैं. We are not going to go verse by verse or chapter by chapter. We are just going to select out, and हो सकता है sequence भी नहीं जाएगा. It's not that कि first chapter के verses लेंगे फिर second के लेंगे. It's just the situation कौन सी आ रही है उसके साथ कौन सा. Maybe 18 chapter का भी verse वही explain कर रहा है और second का भी कर रहा है. So we are going to join them up like that. So I have tried to curate this like that. That प्रॉब्लम को हाईलाइट करके कौन कौन सा वर्स हमें उसके लिए सॉल्यूशंस या रास्ता बताता है. सो लाइक दैट. So yeah, so that is our main concept now. So actually this was just an introduction, a kickstart to the mission. Next week we are going to take up a few verses which Menka ma'am मैं आपको, विशाली आपको भी बता दूंगी. So Vishali will be adding music to the verses the way she recites. I think nobody can. In fact, I have never heard anyone recite the verses the way she does. And yes, Menka ma'am, she is, she knows the Gita inside out. And जहां मैं गलत होंगी, I have जगदीश sir, I have Menka ma'am. Hindu ma'am भी बहुत sessions लेते हैं on Bhagavad Gita. She is also there with me. And so let's begin this journey. And next week, I mean, anyone who wants to add anything here, please, before we end up, we have a few minutes. किसी को भी कुछ अगर add करना है, your views, what you,
Yes.
हाँ
Very
जी,
divine morning to everyone and hearty regards to Jagdish sir. I want to add one thing that by Bhagavad Gita we have come to know that our roots are the same. The first shloka of the 15th chapter, Purushottam Yoga, says like this that there is no other. We are one. From the root, if we say,
urdhmulam adha
Urdhmulam
shakam, that one,
Yes.
na? That's
Yes.
a
Udmulam
down prayer.
That is
Yeah,
Madhashakam Ashwatham Prahuravayam
yeah,
Chandansi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Savedavit. And the same thing in Theosophy. As I am a Theosophist, I am a member of the Theosophy. So the same is there. May one who know themselves one with thee, know they are therefore one with every other.
one with
There
it.
is no difference. That difference is in the outer form. From inside, we are the same. That is what Bhagavad Gita uh, tells us. And at the root, we are the same. So there
Yes.
is no difference. Thank you
So we
so
are never alone. We are all connected. We are the same. तो डरने की कोई बात ही नहीं है, right?
Yes. बिल्कुल और जान गए he is always divine is always with us and our
Yes.
spirit guides are always with us
हाँ
so
जी.
there is nothing to be
Like
afraid.
the GPS,
Yes.
आजकल हम कहीं जाना हो GPS खोलते हैं. Similarly, the knowledge from the universe and all of us are together. मुझे तो ये सब एक लग रहा है. We are all, four of us. विशाली ने कैमरा बंद कर दिया. So it's like this thing is going to come from each one of us and let us see क्या क्या निकल के आता है. मैंने डॉक्टर रंजन सर को भी बोला था ज्वाइन करने के लिए, but I think he's busy elsewhere. He's traveling a lot. So he just sent me his wishes. Even Shandaga ji, he also knows that I'm trying to create this. So he was saying, no, you will do a great job. I said, I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes in pronouncing, in explaining, but then I have all these uh, my friends with me. So I'm sure this journey is going to be enjoyable.
Yes, and congratulations to you and good wishes to you and all of us. We are all
With
one.
हम
So
सब साथ में ही हैं ना मैम, आपने अभी
we'll
बोला
continue
तो
the journey.
yes. So it's the
Yes.
journey we're going. There she comes again.
Yes.
My little nightingale, I call her. Okay. So anyone else has any आपका experience कैसा रहा? Anyone who joined for the first time for meditation? Meditation कैसा रहा? Because हमने and लेके चलना है. अब it's not only karma or only bhakti or only upasana. It's everything together. So the meditation is going to be an integral part because that is the practical thing. उसके बिना समझना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा. So I would request all of you to join in the meditation also, and then we will go in for our further topics also. Hanji, anybody has anything to share or कुछ कहना है? It's 9:03, 9:05, but then we can wind up अगर नहीं कुछ कहना. I think Agarwal ji, sir चले गए हैं. Well, he really wanted to know what I'm doing. So he's an architect by profession, but the chairman of our school. So he wanted to see. I said, sir, please. And he's an ardent fan of the Bhagavad Gita. So I keep sharing my recordings with him. So he said, no, Bhagavad Gita to mujhe join karke karna hai. I said, sure. And okay, I think everybody is still trying to absorb. Anyone new today? Yeah, thank you so much, Jayashree, for joining. She has also taken sessions here, but okay. Chalo, then we meet next week with a few of one or two shlokas, which I will be sharing with all of you so that you can also add your wisdom to it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being there. And okay, nahi. I thought somebody switched on the mic. Okay, then see you all. Have a lovely Sunday, and we meet next Sunday.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
sir. Thank you,
Bye.
Jasbir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Namaste, Jagdish sir.
Thank you, Vishali.
Vishali, अब गायब नहीं हो जाना, हाँ, because everyone.
Nice to see very old
नहीं,
friends, spiritual
Yeah.
friends here. It's very
करके ले
nice.
आते हो वापस में
Yes.
हाँ जी, हाँ मैं पकड़ के ले आती हूँ.
मैं पकड़ के ले आते हो मुझे
हाँ, ठीक है,
I will join for sure every time.
ठीक है. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, bye bye. Bye. See
Bye.
you. See you.